So, while I've been to Japan, I bought these Wixoss starter decks because I like card games. I play Magic the Gathering and I played Yu-Gi-Oh! And I know some other card games as well. And I like the anime. So when I was in Japan, I saw the starter deck here, which I prepared over here because I want to talk about how to play this game. And this one, and I thought, hey, why don't I buy it? Because these were, I don't know if the price is still on it, no, but these were just 1,000 yen, which is about $10. And you know, because I like card games, I thought, no, why not try it? And also I bought these boosters. There are currently 3 sets, and this is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the latest one, though there's a 4th coming out, I think this month or next month, I'm not sure. So anyone who wants to know how to play this game, I recommend, you having played other card games, especially something like Magic the Gathering or Duel Masters, because if you can see here, Takara Tomi is responsible for these, and they're also responsible for Duel Masters, the card game which is, in my opinion, just Magic Light. Yu-Gi-Oh! Would also be okay, or any other card game that's similar to those. So, in the anime, there's not much talked about the game, how it works, and the only cards that are actually pointed out are lyrics. These are lyrics. So I have Tama here. So if you know Tama from the anime, we have some nice Tama cards right here. And so Tama is a lyric, and lyric is like an avatar of your deck. So each player has these, and they can do lots of different things, but I'm first going to talk about the other cards. So next to lyric, which are actually talked about in the anime, there are also cards called arts. Those are arts. There's this sign over here, arts, which is written in katakana, and they're white on the background, similar to lyric cards. The other 2 cards are signi, which are black on the background. I'm going to talk about why that is. And spell cards, which are these. You can see here. Focus. It's just not going to focus, right? There. Superu spell. And this is shiguni. So, signi and spell, and they're both black, and that's because in Wixoss you play with 2 different decks. So you have your Wixoss deck and your lyric deck, and that's because you have these nice little play mats which come with each starter deck. There are actually 2 in them, so I have another one here. And you have different zones. So you have the lyric deck, and you have your regular deck, main deck. The lyric deck is kind of like a second hand, and also the place where your lyrics are. So let's talk about lyrics first. So lyrics are your avatars, and if there's anything explained in the anime, is that there's something called grow, which is when you have a lyric. This is a level 0 lyric. As you can see, there's a 0, a big 0, and a smaller 0 on the top left corner of this card. And you can grow this into a level 1 lyric, and you place this over the level 0 lyric. And you see it's level 1, and has a level 2 over it. I'm going to talk about a level 2. And you can do this until, level 2, level 3, and then there's level 4. Which is the highest lyric level so far, at least. Maybe they're gonna make it 4 or 5 or something. And growing costs you resources, which is depicted here. The first, of course, costs 0, then 1, 2, and the last one costs 3, which is inner. And inner is something I'm going to talk about as well. There's a lot of things to cover. So, just to hold back, we have 4 cards. We have lyric, arts, signi, and spells. So These are really important, but the more important cards are actually Signy, because they are like your creatures, your monster cards. You can see they have a power down here, that's 12,000, this is pretty high, and they have also level, which is 4. And it works like this. Each player starts with a lyric, level 0. You have to start with level 0. Then when it's your turn, there's the so-called, here are the sequences, there's a so-called lyric sequence, where you can grow your lyric, and this is where your deck is, basically, and I'm gonna do this. Yeah. So you have these here, and you can search those cards all the time if you want, but you can only grow in your grow zone or in lyric, not in your lyric phase or your grow phase. I don't know what's called again. So and then you place this over this, and because this costs 0, as you can see, 0, you can play this without problem. And now, what it allows you is to play Signy, which are level 1, and you can play Signy which add up to 2, which means the level adds up. So I can play level 1 Signy now. I'm going to look for some. There's one. I can place one now in the Signy zone, as you can see, Signy zone. And I can place another one. And these are free. I can play them, but I cannot place a level 3 one, because I don't have a level 3 Signy, lyric. And I cannot place a level 2 either. And I cannot play a third, if I find one, a third Signy, because the limit is only 2. Players both do that, and these attack. You know, they're like monsters and creatures in Magic, because if they attack, you know, they tap them. That's why the field is a bit further. It's called downing. There's up and down, up, down. That's basically tapped or untapped if you're familiar with Magic. And they attack. And what they attack is the so-called life cloth, which is, if you've played Duel Masters, is like shields. And you have not 5 of them, but 7. So life cloth works like this. So you have the main deck, and the problem is that I don't really have a prepared main deck right now. But before the game starts, well, you draw cards before the game starts, which is 5. And if you're happy with them, you can keep them or place any amount of them back into your deck and draw that many. But you can only do that once when the game starts. After you're happy with your hand, say I'm happy with this hand, you place the top 7 cards. 5, 6, 7. Face down. You're not allowed to look at them as your life cloth, which is with one hand kind of hard. But you get the idea. And whenever a Signy strikes through, it destroys the life cloth. Striking through works like this. There's now another zone, and they have this Signy there. And you have these two. Now, when this attacks, there's no Signy in front of it, so it strikes directly through and hits your life cloth, which destroys it. And when it's destroyed, it goes to the check zone. In the check zone, 2 things happen. First, this black border here is checked, which in this case, this card has an effect, which is, I think, you can draw a card, but I could be wrong. It's also here, the sign. Oh, my battery's going down. I think I'm gonna stop right here.